Should I, 14 meters, tell my sister, 20F, that her boyfriend, 21 meters, has been bullying me? Yes. Tell your sister, as soon as you can. His behavior towards you is wrong. And it will only get worse as time goes on because he thinks you won't do anything about it. I'm sorry you are being treated this way. I couldn't imagine my S.O. being awful to my little brother, and if he was I'd want to know, so I could handle the situation. Edit. So happy you found the courage to speak up in such a scary situation, and I'm glad you are okay, and that he's gone. I know it's hard to not feel bad, but you did the right thing for yourself plus your sister. Very glad the update was positive. How do I tell her? Should I just randomly show her where Kyle hit me? Yes. Just approach her politely and let her know that things have been going on and you want her to know about them. As a big sister I can almost guarantee she will do what she needs to fix the situation. I know you want her to be happy, but she'll be much happier knowing she put your safety, and possibly hers, first. Won't it be my fault if ever they break up? Won't she be mad at me for ruining a good thing? I doubt she will be mad at you, but I don't know her, so that is not a promise I can make to you. But no, it would not be your fault at all. 100% is for being awful to you. Telling her sooner than later can help her dodge a major bullet. I know you're worried about her, but you have to step up for yourself and let her and your mom know what's going on so it can stop before it gets any worse. I hope she won't get mad at me. It's actually one of the things that's holding me back. I'm afraid she would choose to believe him over me, and it would just make everything worse. Honey. Even if she does get a little upset at first, she will get over it with time. Look at it like this, he used to be nice to you, just like he's nice to her. But now he's hurting you and making threats. How long do you think before he starts doing the same to your sister? In the end, you could be saving her life someday by telling her now. And if she refuses to believe, you need to tell your mother. 2. Only a sick man would bully and assault a child. And he needs to leave your home as soon as possible. Please tell your sister. If I was her, I'd be absolutely horrified. This guy is a P, and she needs to know. What he's done to you is unforgivable. Can you call your parents and tell them to? Edit. I said to tell the sister first, because they're in the same house. His parents are away. They absolutely need to know as soon as possible. All of them. Edit. Op. I'm hoping you are okay. It's not a priority to post on here. I hope you've called your mum and told her everything. Sending love your way. Tell her everything you said in this post too. Make sure you don't just tell her about hitting you in the stomach. This guy's clearly manipulative and could very easily turn that into an accident. Especially mention that he threatened to do worse to you if you told her. That should make it clear to her that you are in danger if she doesn't do anything. I'm really sorry this is happening to you. Edit. I don't think this will happen. But if she is dragging her feet at all, consider showing her this post. Seeing other adults condemning this behavior might give her a reality check. If Op can't find the right words or gets flustered, he can just show her this post. He clearly loves his sister very much, and that comes through in how he wrote it. He takes my snacks and meals from the fridge without asking. I have food allergies, so I sometimes go hungry because of this. Yesterday, when he took my laptop and I wanted to get it back, he punched me in the gut. The bruise is still there. He told me that if I told my sister, he would do something worse. I think some of the other comments are drastically understating the severity of the problem, and I fear the advice you are getting is missing the mark. You are a child who is being effectively neglected and severely abused in your own home. And your abuser is a stranger who is only a guest in the house. This situation needs to stop immediately. First and foremost, you need to tell your parents. Not your sister. They are legally in charge of you, and I'm certain they will take steps to protect you, which will mean removing that abuser from your house. With a police escort if need be. You can certainly discuss this issue with your sister as well, if you feel safe doing so. However, under no circumstances, feel as though you need to give her a heads up first, or collect enough evidence to convince her. etc. That is not your job, especially given the fact that this guy has already threatened you. You do not want to risk being near him in isolation when he hears your accusation, as there is a real risk he could escalate the violence in a major way. I'm also a bit amazed at how many comments are making this about the potential risk of the guy also potentially becoming abusive towards the sister. Sure, that may and likely will happen. But how is that the priority here when this guy's already being physically abusive to a child? How is this not enough already to set the siren ringing? Honestly, I believe that a lot of those comments are geared towards convincing him to tell someone. Which he should, because he is being abused. But he's an obviously kind soul who is more concerned with his sister's happiness than his own well-being. Putting it into perspective, that he is not, and will probably never be, the only object of this guy's sadistic behavior could spur him into action. Every single point though. You are spot on. I agree with this. He clearly thinks of sister more than himself. And he desperately needs to tell someone. I think the reasoning people use is arbitrary. So long as he tells his sister and parents. What if he ends up treating your sister like that? Tell her as soon as you can. Dude. He's so nice to her though. Like very very nice. You think he is capable of hurting her? He acts nice to you in front of other people. Judging by his character, it wouldn't be very surprising if he is doing the same with her. If not, chances are it will eventually happen. I know it might be hard for you, but tell your sister. You did nothing wrong, and you'll save her time she would have wasted on this guy. Even if he was being nice to Op's sister when they're alone. That will not last. Eventually, she will do something to annoy him or upset him. And he will treat her just like Op. Or worse. He is toxic and needs to be treated as such. Tell everyone. At once. Sister. Mum. Dad. All of them. He's a cancer that needs to be cut out of the situation. You did nothing wrong. You have zero blame here. If your sister, for some unknown reason, whether it's fear or blind, misplaced love, doesn't believe you, show her the bruises. And show her this post you made. To show that you have been struggling with whether or not to tell her. And how to tell her what has been happening. If it was my little brother getting bullied, I'd need to know. She may seem happy, but only cause she's not seeing the truth. She'll be happier in the long run knowing the truth so she can, hopefully, never see him again. His behavior towards you is inexcusable, and I'm sorry this is happening. Won't it be my fault if they break up then? No. He is choosing the behavior, not you. If someone does something wrong, the wrong is always on them, not on the person who brings the wrong to light. Also, it would likely be a good thing. If he's like this, but hiding it from her, it will come out eventually and likely in ways that will make her unhappy. It's better she knows now and can make informed choices on her relationships. Yes, you should voice this. It is abusive behavior, which can get worse over time. Make pictures of the bruise. It is evidence. I think you should consider to press charges as well. But I definitely wait till you spoke to your sister about this. Go to your mom first if you feel more comfortable talking to her. If you don't, you can think of asking some other adult in your life that you trust 100%, like a coach or teacher, uncle, aunt, etc. When talking to your sister, start out by explaining you find it difficult to voice your concerns, but that you are worried about your own safety, and show her your bruise and list everything he has done as well. It's okay to show your own feelings. If you have to cry, just cry. That is absolutely normal. Don't wait any longer. But if you do tell the boyfriend to stop whenever he is doing something you don't like, his behavior is very not okay. He will behave like this towards your sister as well. Maybe now. Maybe in the future. So by voicing this, you step up not only for yourself. Be brave about it. Neighbor. Is there a way you can secretly record him when he calls you names? Do as much recording as you can. Audio and visual, so that if you tell your sis, she can't make excuses for him. Take a pic of your bruise. And BTW, that's a shoe alt. I also suggest tell your mom ASAP. Yes, a grown up hit a child so hard it left a bruise. Child Protective Services should be called to report the boyfriend. Hopefully the sister or mom can help make the report. I'm so sorry this happened to you. Op. You did nothing wrong. You absolutely need to tell your sister and parents. Parents first perhaps. I know this is difficult if your mom isn't home and your dad lives elsewhere, but they are the responsible adults in your life. Assuming they are good parents, they will be able to help you. I just wonder how he will react to be confronted by your sister, especially if nobody else is around. If he bullies and is abusive to you, I would be concerned about the potential fallout. Please speak to your parents about it. Definitely have to have a parent there too.